Make sure this audio's working because we know how my mic likes to work. Yep, you got that right, Boots. Awesome. Let's do one thing real quick. Oh, what's it called, bro? I forget. I was gonna put my mic filters on, but we have a lot to cover. Welcome to the Any Given Monday podcast. Nate won't be here today. We're doing it solo. We had not a lot of football, but a lot of stressful football yesterday. So we're going to hop right into it. We're going to start, and my camera keeps focusing. I'm sorry. It's acting weird today. We're going to start with the Chiefs and the Ravens. The Chiefs came out and played a really good game. They didn't look great on offense. They looked good enough. I mean, the first quarter they looked really good. They did a really good job of extending drives, keeping the ball longer. I mean, it's just hard to score against that Ravens defense. So I'd say they did pretty decent, not causing, not having turnovers, keeping the ball as long as they possibly could, letting their defense get rest on the sideline. There are a few drives that got that defense back out there real quick. But shout out that Chiefs defense, that number 2 pass defense really locked down any chances Baltimore had of passing the ball downfield. And when they did pass the ball downfield, they decided to fumble it in the end zone. Hey, Boots, what are we doing? And he hopped back up here. It was just a really, really good chess match of a football game. Lamar caught a pass from himself for 13 yards. That was insane. Had he taken that to the house, that would have been ridiculous, which I thought he was going to do at first. We have, I mean, the Ravens run game couldn't get going. The tight end room couldn't get going. The receivers could barely get going. You had Zay Flowers with like 133 yards. Zay Flowers with 115, and then Nelson Aguilar, who I would be sick as my wide receiver too, with 39. And then it goes down. You have Justice Hill with 34, Odell with 22, Likely with 16, Edwards with 16, Andrews with 15, Lamar Jackson with 13. I mean, Lamar had more than half of the receiving yards than any receiver on the team, or well, at least like above half. Defense played really good. I mean, Kyle Hamilton is an absolute dog. I mean, he was all over the field in every tackle. He really wanted to win that game. Patrick Queen had 8 tackles. I mean, defense stayed true, flying to the ball, doing what they had to do to win that game. And I think they did a really great job. They kept KC. KC scored what, 17? They scored 17. I feel like they scored that 17 pretty early. And then they just held them every chance they got. They gave Mahomes a short field opportunity to go up another touchdown. I think what happened? Did Lamar throw an interception? I know how many interceptions did Lamar throw yesterday? One. What happened for them to get that ball? Someone fumbled. Someone fumbled and they got a real short field, and that defense still held Mahomes. So that was, I mean, they played their hearts out. But you beat Lamar Jackson by taking his runaway and making him make passes downfield. He started to find those little short passes to the outside, but once you finally took the Chris Jones did an amazing job, by the way, yesterday of taking away those short passes, swatting the ball, just really disrupting as much as he could. Once you took those short passes away and you actually made him start throwing downfield, if he couldn't find Zay Flowers, who was hello Boots, who was open somehow 90% of the time, then it was just wraps. There was no one else. Like Odell couldn't do it. Nelson Aguilar most definitely couldn't do it. They need more wide receiver help in Baltimore. KC played a great game all around. I think they did a really good job managing the ball on offense. I think they did a really good job on defense. I think the corners did a really good job holding The receivers, I think the linebackers and the linemen did a really good job containing Lamar Jackson, stopping the run game, containing the tight ends. Andy Reid is a great coach. Yeah, I mean they went out there and did their thing. Hey, I said we are not betting against Patrick Mahomes, and it stayed true all of playoffs. Now we have a Super Bowl. But before we talk about the Super Bowl, we are going to talk about the Lions and the 49ers. What a game. You live by a defensive minded coach and you die by a defensive minded coach. I mean, the Lions came out swinging. They came out looking like they were ready to go to a Super Bowl in the battle of the bus driver quarterbacks. And one bus looks like it ran out of gas a little too soon. Um, Jared Goff could not keep scoring. The run game couldn't keep holding him up. You have the 49ers who, seamlessly did the same thing last week against the Packers. When the 49ers were down, 24 to 7. Everyone was talking. I was like, just wait. I mean, we saw what they did to the Packers last week. And I think the Packers are a pretty damn good football team. We saw what they did last week, and they did it again. They came back. They won. They forced the Lions to turn the ball over. They forced them to make terrible decisions in clutch moments. They forced them to lose the game. I mean, Brock Purdy went out there, and I'm still convinced Brock Purdy is a system quarterback, but I think he is a great system quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback. That doesn't mean he can fit in all 32 systems in the NFL. There are a lot of system quarterbacks in this league. I think Brock Purdy's the best one. Um, I mean, he just went out there and they didn't give up. They stayed to their game plan. They finally got Christian McCaffrey going. They got Debo going. They never got George Kittle going. Shout out my parlay that busted. But it was a really, really good game. The Lions, they went out there. They had an opportunity to tie the game up in the fourth quarter by kicking a field goal. And what does Dan Campbell do? You live by the fourth down conversion, you die by the fourth down conversion. He went for it. I feel like it was an absolutely awful coaching decision. I think he could have done a better job coaching the last half of that game. You can coach like that in the regular season, but when you coach like that in the postseason, you get sent home. And that was a big thing. I've seen a lot of people talking about, oh, he stayed true to his game all year. He stayed true to his game to the very end. Yep, and you're going home. Have fun watching the Super Bowl because you wanted to stay true to your culture. You should have kicked the field goal. You know what this tells me? They don't trust Jared Goff. They don't trust Jared Goff in that situation. They didn't trust Jared Goff against the Cowboys when they kept going for the 2-point conversion. It was a really, really poorly executed coaching job in the second half of the game. And we've seen downfalls like that from defensive coaches before. Dan Quinn in the Super Bowl. I mean, 6 out of the 7 coaches this year fired were defensive coaches. So keep glorifying Dan Campbell in his go for it mentality, but go for it on the couch watching the Super Bowl. We have the Ravens. No, we don't. We have the 49ers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. A run back of Super Bowl 54? I don't even know what Super Bowl we're on now. Let's see what Super Bowl 54 was. Let's see if I was right. Super Bowl 54. I have the Chiefs in it. Yep, Chiefs and San Fran, Super Bowl 54. We get a run back this time without Jimmy Garoppolo. We got Brock Purdy. It's gonna be a real interesting game. I think you know who I'm going with. I'm not counting out Patrick Mahomes. I want him to get number 3. So through 6 years, he's tied with Brady in rings and dominates Brady in every stat line through 6 years. I mean, I don't know what else we can say about Patrick Mahomes. An off year Last year, they thought he wasn't going to do it when he had Juju. He went and did it with Juju. He's back in the Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill again. The narrative all through the year when they were struggling, oh, why did they trade Tyreek Hill? They don't need him. That's why they traded Tyreek Hill. They don't need him on the team. They didn't need to pay him all that money. They got all the pieces they need. Rashee Rice, I guess, is wide receiver one officially. I mean, they're doing it with a rookie wide receiver, and Travis Kelsey and Isaiah Pacheco, and then like three wide receivers I can't even name, like uh Justin Watson. Why do I know Justin Watson? Had him on a parlay yesterday. Cooked me by half a yard. I mean, you just Mahomes is the best quarterback we've ever seen. One, he has the same IQ as Tom Brady. Two, he's more athletic. Uh, I don't see anyone arguing anymore. Tom Brady's still the GOAT. He got 7 rings. Patrick Mahomes is the new GOAT. We're going to put him at the same level. I'm not about to do this Jordan LeBron debate. LeBron's the GOAT, by the way. I don't know. We'll get to that later if anyone wants to argue it, but Jordan is, I mean, it's just two completely different levels. Not even worth arguing. Um, but Mahomes is absolutely the GOAT currently. I mean, no one's even close to him in the NFL. Josh Allen, no. Lamar Jackson, not even fathoming the level like between the two. I just can't even think of anyone close. Like, name who's the closest quarterback to Patrick Mahomes? I know, I know, I know. It builds character. It gives the stream character with the smoke alarm going off. And no, I'm not changing the battery. Hold on. Do we call Nate? Oh, wrong, Nathan. Do we call Nate and get his opinion on the Lions game? Hold on.
What's up?
What do we think about Patrick Mahomes being the GOAT?
Patrick, I mean, I'm going to break it down real quick, but all I got to say is that, I should have seen it coming. The whole situation of never count out Tom Brady, never count out Patrick Mahomes. Something that we should have seen coming. You called it. You said it. You did a good job. But, I mean, you saw in the first quarter with that crazy pass where he got out of the pocket and he threw it to Travis Kelsey where he was outstretched, and that play should have been incomplete, but somehow they made a play out of it. So
that Taylor Swift power.
Yeah, it's Taylor Swift power. You're exactly right. But yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. 6 years in the league now?
Mm-hmm.
And he's had how many Super Bowl appearances will this be?
Will this be the 5th? Yeah, because he's won. Wait, no. This will be his 4th.
This will be his 4th. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because he's lost one. He's had 3 before they had 2 Super Bowl wins and then 1 appearance with Tom Brady where he lost. So, yeah, not surprised. Not surprised at all.
What do we think about the Dan Campbell coaching decision?
I understand what they were going for, but I still think that if they were going to run a play in the end right there, they should have ran the ball.
Yeah.
They have 2,000-yard running backs that they didn't use and they decided to pass it.
That have been doing great all game.
It would have been a 4. It was, what was it, 4th and 3rd? Or 4th and 3?
Yeah.
Something it was 4th and 3, and they just decided to not run the ball. So, I don't know. I still think they should have went for the field goal. It's the second situation I'm screaming for a field goal in a restaurant. So,
yeah, that was sickening.
I guess we just don't trust our kicker that much.
Either that or you don't trust Jared Goff.
Obviously, they trusted Jared Goff enough for him to throw the ball.
Yeah, but I don't know if they trust him enough to go and win a game.
I'll say this: he had a higher completion percentage than is the other 85% of quarterbacks in the league right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say other than Brock Purdy. I was like, well, Brock Purdy turned into Lamar Purdy at the end of the game, so.
Well, he did, but he did have a higher completion rate than Brock Purdy. But all those drop passes, that really affected it. I still think it wasn't Jared Goff that caused that game to be a loss of the head. I think it was the 2 passes in a row to Josh Reynolds and Jameson Williams for 2 drop passes instead of throwing it to Amon St. Brown. But that's my opinion.
Is Josh Reynolds a Lion next year?
I think so. He's young.
Oh, God.
I think so.
Where was he at before the Lions? I swear he was on a team before the Lions. Am I tripping?
I think he was too. I'm not too sure though. I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna say the Chargers.
Makes sense. He's got that Chargers mentality to him.
Oh, he's been on a few teams. He was on the Rams and the Boots and Detroit, or the Rams in Tennessee and Detroit.
Was he on the Rams when they won the Super Bowl?
Probably, yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, I mean.
Oh wait, no, or is that LA Chargers? No, yeah, it's the Rams. Okay.
Yeah. There were a lot of poor decisions made yesterday during football. So, again, I was just sitting there screaming.
Yeah, it was
for
real.
right things to happen, but beggars can't be choosers. But hey, this really wasn't the year we were supposed to be that far. Everyone counted us out halfway in the season. I counted my own team halfway out in the season, and then we made it to the playoffs. So I was like, I got to tap in. So, but yeah, I thought next year was really going to be the year that we actually made it to the playoffs. But yeah, that was crazy that we made it even to the NFC Championship.
So Nate said his early Super Bowl prediction next year is Chiefs Lions.
No, it's gonna be something outlandish.
He said we gotta see what. Well, the logo is lime green and something else. So.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good call. That would be a good call. I think we see the 3-peat. That'd be cool. We haven't ever had that happen in football.
Yeah. All right, bud. I'll let you get back to what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah. Chiefs 49ers. Give me the Chiefs. They're gonna outclass the 49ers. I think the 49ers defense got exposed. Like I said, Mahomes going for number 3, gonna prove he is better than Tom Brady. So on to the next. We're gonna cover a little basketball. We had an insane week last week, a little bit the week before. Luka dropped 70. Embiid dropped 72 dubs. Then the 2 people that dropped 62 lost. You have Devin Booker that dropped 62 and Cat that dropped 62. Couldn't imagine dropping that many points and actually losing the game. That's probably quite sickening. Yeah, that's the extent of basketball we're going to talk about. Let's look at this UFC 297 card. We're going to wrap the podcast up pretty quick today. Gonna be weird not talking about football. We're gonna have to talk about a lot of UFC. We are gonna get deeper into basketball. Hello. There. Okay, cool. We are gonna get deeper into basketball, just not today. We're gonna not harp on football all off season because we're not gonna be that podcast that just sits here and talks about outlandish stuff the whole time. Here comes Boots again. Yep. You know what? You can stay there. Yeah. We are going to talk a lot about UFC though. Where I pulled up UFC 298. UFC 298. It's not a crazy card. It's a nice card. It looks very, very interesting from bottom to top. We're not going to talk about these prelims. Justin Toffa and Delima. It's going to be a banger. Mackenzie Dern, as I said, saving every card since she's been in Boots. Saving every card since she's been in the UFC. We got Anthony Hernandez got a fill-in for his fight. Roman Koplyov, I still wouldn't fight him. He has a V at the end of his name. That's pretty scary. If I was ever in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and the person walks up to fight me is Russian and has a V at the end of their name, you got this one, buddy. Congratulations, you won. We got Marab and Henry Cejudo, some bad blood there. That's going to be real interesting. Honestly, no clue who wins this. Marab been on a tear. I think he'd be winning by decision though. Let's see. Non-fight win streak, 3 wins by knockout, 1 by submission. It's pretty half-half. We'll see. I think Henry Cejudo wins that. We got Jeff Neal and Ian Machado Gary. I still can't believe that. I think Neal wins. God, please. I'm ready to see. Has Gary ever lost? Nope. I'm ready to see it happen. 7 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 4 first round finishes. Why does he look like the dude from this is like the dude that grew up in Toy Story that would torture the toys. This is what he does now. Yeah. That's currently his career right now. Where'd it go? We hope he loses. We finally have officially have Robert Whitaker and Paulo Costa. That's going to be interesting if Paulo Costa can make weight. Hoping Robert Whitaker beats the dog shit out of him. Paulo Costa. What was his last fight? I feel like we haven't seen him in a minute. Oh my God, pull up. 11 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 9 first round finishes with 14 fights, 2 losses. Who did he fight last? He beat Luke Rockhold in 2022, which he almost didn't beat Luke Rockhold. He barely beats Luke Rockhold there, and if he doesn't beat him, his last win would have been in 2018. And like I said, I still don't count that Luke Rockhold. Pretty close fight. Dude that's been retired for some years. Oh no. Yeah. I'm going Robert Whitaker on that one. We have Volkanovski and Ilya Taporia. I don't know why people are picking Ilya Taporia to win. I don't think. Who did Volk fight last in his division? What's his name? Yair Rodriguez. I think Yair's a better fighter than Ilya Taporia. But yeah. I think Volk walks through Ilya. I don't know why people are hyping him up so much. I think he's a really good fighter. I just don't think he's better than Yair. So it'll be a really interesting fight to see them. Let's talk about a little UFC 299. UFC 299 is the better card, guys. We'll talk about some 299 and 300. Oh my God. Let me search the card. Thank you. UFC 299. This actually, for a minute, was right. Oh my God. I don't want to look at tickets. Just show me the card. Card. There we go. We could talk about these prelims. Some of them. Some of these names, man. And I'm dyslexic, so it just does not translate well. CJ Vergara and Asu Almabayev. There we go. From Kazakhstan. Awesome. Don't know too much about these guys. Let's pull the stats up. We got CJ Varga, 12-4. We got Asu, 18-2. They're both 5'4", 5'6". Boots is trolling. The guy from Kazakhstan favored 375. That's nuts. Let's see their last one. The dude with the V at the end of his name has obviously got more submissions than knockouts. I probably could have told you that without even pulling up the win by. We got Boots. Thank you. Significant strikes, grappling. Obviously, he's better at grappling. Takedown defense for CJ is really good though, so that's gonna be an interesting fight. We got Joanne Wood and Maria Moroz. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about them. We got Michael Pereira fighting. Michael, they're actually trolling me with these cards. I think they look at these and they say, Hunter does a podcast and he's dyslexic. What's the funniest thing we could do to watch him pronounce these names? Michael Oletsku. Someone say that. If someone calls me right now and pronounces that, I'll cash app them $10. Oleski Jejuk. Yep. Give me Michael Pereira because there ain't no reason your name should be that complicated. That's not even a real last name. Yeah, that dude doesn't even have a fodder picture. On to the next. Pedro Munoz and Kyler Phillips. Kyler been on a tear, I think. Watch, let me hit this. He's probably lost his last fight. 5 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 5 first-round finishes. Let's see his last fight. Yeah, he's won his last 2. Is he going against... Is Munoz ranked? Ooh, Kyler could move into the rankings off this. There we go. My boy Brendan tapped in. Where is... I'm having a lot. There we go. Looks like the alphabet mixed up. It absolutely did. It absolutely did. This is a good look. Pedro Munoz and Kyler Phillips. Kyler probably finally going to get into the rankings. I think he deserves it. He's a 192 favor going against Pedro Munoz. We would love to see Pedro get out of the rankings. Might be a hater, but I'm here for it. Next fight. This looks like the start of the main. This isn't the start of the main card. This is actually ridiculous. This card is so yammed. We have Peter Yan, ranked number 5, taking on Song Yadong, ranked number 7. Peter Yan a little favored. He's the higher rank. I think Song Yadong beats him. Song is a really good all-around fighter, good stand-up, good on the ground. Jan's a really good all-around fighter. I think Song's a little more explosive. He is a little more aggressive, though. Chris Gutierrez said that will be his downfall, so we'll see on that. We got Gamrot against RDA, 2 more ranked fighters, number 6 against number 11. Gamrot from Poland is favored by 250. That's actually a really big. I feel like RDA has been fighting since I was born. He's 32-15. Gamrot is 23-2 though, so that's kind of crazy. Let's see. Both really good, well-rounded fighters. I mean, I'm gonna go Gamrot because he's not 92 years old. We got Caitlin Chukarigan against Macy Barber. We're going Macy Barber. No, I don't know. This is a really good matchup right here. Page could not be loaded. Thanks, UFC website. Number 4 against number 6. I think Chukarigan is a... God, what is she? I think she's a kickboxer. I think Macy Barber... Is she jiu-jitsu? I don't remember. Nope. 2 wins by submission, 6 wins by knockout. She's on a little streak, though. She's won 3 of her last 3. It's really nice. Let's load some more. All right, UFC. Thanks a lot. Stop, Lewis. Lewis is banned. We're banning Lewis. He's banned. Lewis is banned for the next 30 seconds. Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah, we're gonna go Macy Barber. Curtis Blades and oh guys, I want y'all to get on the UFC website on your PC at some point and just start clicking through shit and see how temperamental this website is. We have Curtis Blades and Jalton Almeida. Both these dudes are massive. They're both favored. I've never seen both negative odds. Huh. Curtis Blades, negative 112 favored, and Almeida, negative 108 favored. We love to see it. Do we add a segment today where we get on underdog and put a slate in? That would be cool. That'd be a cool little segment. We got Curtis Blades and Jout and Almeida. I'm going Curtis Blades. We have, I think this will kick off the main card. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. Curtis Blades kicks it off. Kevin Holland and Michael Venom Page, the biggest shit talker in the UFC, taking on the biggest shit talker in Bellator. I think this is going to be the fight of the card, the second fight of the card, and I'll tell you why. I think Kevin Holland dog walks Michael Venom Page, and Michael Venom Page looks like he's not ready to be dog walked. I mean, look how this man's head's shaped. Hold on. And I'm like, hold on. Like, let's be for real right now. Let's be so serious. If a man beat me in a UFC fight and pulled out a Infinity Gauntlet, I'm shooting you in the parking lot. After the fight, I am shooting you in the parking lot. You're dead. So snap that out of existence. You're gone. Hello? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hello? Okay, it's still working. It said my mic was tripping. We're good though. We are good. Oh, Boots over there in the cup again. Where'd he go? The heck? Next, we have Gilbert Burns and Jack Della Maddalena. I think Gilbert Burns wins this. He's an absolute dog. He's finally healthy again. Two favored fighters again. That's actually weird. Jack Della Maddalena is a really good fighter. I think Gilbert Burns is just an absolute dog. He's fought nothing but dogs the last 5 years. Give me Gilbert Burns. Durango, I think that's how you say his nickname. Who knows? Dustin Poirier and Benoit Saint Denis. This man's apparently a dog. 4 wins by knockout, 9 wins by submission, 7 first round finishes. I mean, him and Poirier are actually carbon copies of each other. Poirier's been in the game longer, 15 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submissions, 13 first round finishes. He's been in the game longer. I think these guys go to absolute war. We have, after that fight, I really honestly don't know who to pick for that fight. That fight's actually ridiculous. You got number 3 against number 11. Dustin got knocked out more recently. I'm going Saint Denis. I think this is the downfall of Dustin Poirier. I think that chin is deteriorating. Last but not least, Sugar Sean O'Malley against Marlon Cheeto Vera. It's going to be an absolute war. O'Malley's last loss is the Cheeto Vera. And it's really, my bad. O'Malley's only loss is the Cheeto Vera in a very, very controversial fight. Cheeto Vera landed a really good leg kick. Sean ended up breaking his foot. He ended up breaking his foot. Cheeto finished him. I look like I have jaundice because the light on this camera. There we go. Oh, now I look like a ghost. Cool. Turn that back on. 12 wins by knockout, 9 first round finishes. His only loss is to Cheeto Vera. When that loss happened, I said, look, and I'm so prideful on this because I really like both these fighters. I said these guys are going to run it back for the scrap. They're going to run it back for the strap one day. 4 years later, here we are, running it back for the strap. Both fighters have elevated their game. Sean O'Malley is a better fighter than he was then. Cheeto Vera is a better fighter than he was then. Vera's taken some losses since that. I think it's only made him a better fighter, though. Like, whoa, I think he's taking one loss. Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely the more active fighter, I would say. He fought O'Malley in 2020 August. Then he beat Aldo. He beat Grant. He beat Edgar. He beat Rob Font, Cruz. He lost to Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen's absolutely a dog. And then he beat Pedro Munoz. So very active fighter. Let's see how many Sean's fought since then. I know he's not as active of a fighter. He was also recovering from injury. I guess you can take that into load. God, this website is terrible. Awesome. It's not going to load. Well, his last three fights, he beat Aljamain Sterling. He beat Peter Yan in a very controversial win, by the way. And he didn't beat Pedro Munoz because it was a no contest. So this website actually pisses me off. I want to know how much. I need to know how much. I was about to say I need to know how much money the UFC makes to have a dog shit website. I don't even remember some of these people. He's actually fought some bums. Oh, it's not gonna load again. I'm not clicking it again. Almeida, he beat him by KO. He fought. Oh my god, this dude looks like he started crack. Y'all remember this guy? I don't even know if he's in the UFC anymore. He looks a lot different now. I think this is the dude that got the absolute shit beat out of him by O'Malley. I think O'Malley landed 500 plus strikes. It was actually insane. That might be why he looks like that now. 9-6. I'm assuming out of the UFC. When's his last fight? 2022 March. He's out of the UFC. Yeah, got absolutely walked. He beat him. He beat. Let me guess. This dude's out of the UFC too. I'm not dealing with this website anymore. You can't click on anything on this damn website and it work. Then he beat Peter Yan. No contest, Pedro Munoz, Aljamain Sterling by knockout. So it's gonna be a really good fight. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm ready to see it. We'll cover some UFC 2 or UFC 300 and we'll wrap it up. UFC 300. Maybe we'll get the card to load this time. That would be cool. Crazy. We're gonna start taking bets on it. Who is that? I hate when they give people blacked out pictures. Absolutely insane stat card. Definitely a card for the casuals. There's not a fight on here you won't know someone's name. You got Bobby Green against Jim Miller. Jim Miller has been fighting in the UFC since I was born. He's fought in UFC 100, 200, and 300. He has a record of 37-17, 7 wins by knockout, 20 wins by submission, 15 by first round finish. He literally has gray hair. Bobby Green, an absolute dog. They're both somehow ranked 14. I don't know what's going on there. We got Jessica Andrade against Morena Rodriguez. We're going Jessica Andrade because she's actually a man. I've seen her dunk a grown woman on her head and knock her out. So, yeah. We're going to go Jessica Andrade. Next, we have Sadiq Yusuf and please, thank you. Sadiq Yusuf against Diego Lopez. We're going Yusuf, and this is why I don't even have to give you an explanation. I just have to show you this picture. We're going Yusuf. On to the next. We got Holly Holm and Kayla Harrison. Quit loading! Thank you. Holly Holm and Kayla Harrison. Holly Holm is actually another grown man fighting in the women's division. She is ranked number 5, 15-6. Tell me you would kickbox her. You're lying if you say yes. Going against Kayla Harrison, a 2-time back-to-back gold medal Olympic judo champion, just signed to the UFC. That's going to be a really fun fight. We have Figueiredo against Cody Garbrandt. These guys are probably going to give us a war as long as their chins hold up. Figueiredo is favored by 350. 350. I just lied straight to your face. It's 340. I'm blind. I can't see. That's still insane odds. I think I'm going Cody Garbrandt. Oh no. Oh no, I'm going Garbrandt. Something's telling me. We got Bo Nickel against Cody Brundage. I quite literally don't know who Cody Brundage is. I just looked at the odds on this fight, and I'm actually sick to my stomach, right? Bo Nickel, rookie of the year in the UFC. 1450 favored. 1450, 1,450. I'm not even lying. Cody Brundage, who are you? 5 wins by knockout, 3 by submission, 6 first-round finishes. Who's your last fight? Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. We know Damas. You lost to him. That's kind of crazy. 14. I'm just not even making it up. That's ridiculous. 1450, retire. Just retire. If anyone ever has odds like that over you, just retire. We got Calvin Kattar and Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling, I think he moved up a weight class, right? I'm pretty sure Calvin Kattar's up a weight class. That's going to be a banger. Calvin Kattar's a dog. Hope Kattar wins this. I love Aljamain Sterling, though. I love his style. I just want to see Calvin Kattar move up. We got Jiri Prochazka against Alexander Rakic. I'm going Jiri. I don't think he should have lost to Pereira. I think they stopped that fight early. I mean, Pereira was still dog walking him. Let's be for real. I think Jiri's still a dog. I think he should win this and probably rerun it for the strap. We have Charles Oliveira against Saryukin, another really good fighter. Arman Saryukin, 9 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission, 8 first-round finishes. Really similar fighter to Charles Oliveira, 21-3. Really good, well-rounded fighter. Charles Oliveira is a dog, though. He's number 1. I think it's funny him and Gaethje are both on this card trying to stay active for Islam. So I guess loser of one of these guys have to lose, right? What happens if they both win? I guess Charles still fights Islam first. Max Holloway against Justin Gaethje. I should pull the tweets up of these guys and see if y'all can read it. Hold on. If you could read CTE, this would be it. Hold on. Max Holloway. Dang, did they delete it? Dang. Can you see, like, him tweeting at people? Bro stays active on Twitter. Holy. Oh, God. All right. I guess he deleted it. They were actually typing, like, him and Gaethje were typing nonsense to each other. It was actually insane. I guess they ended up deleting it. Unfortunate. Oh, Togepi. There's no way Max Holloway be streaming steak. There's no shot, right?
Switch.
Fade?
Oh my god, this could pay. This could pay.
Back
No,
to
I needed wilds. That's gonna pay
the
though.
fight.
That's gonna squirt. Yeah!
Someone's going to sleep in this fight.
that's
This fight
gonna
ends on the
fucking
canvas.
squirt.
I've said that. We got Zhang Weili to end the card. Not really to end the card, but they're still looking for a main event. Zhang Weili and Yan Jinan. I think Weili wins this. Yan Jinan is a demon too. But That's going to wrap up the UFC segment, guys. That's going to wrap up the podcast for today.
Oh my God.
I
this could pay.
appreciate
This could
everybody
pay.
stopping by. I appreciate
No,
everybody
I need
watching.
wild.
Make
That's
sure you
gonna
drop a
pay,
like,
though.
drop a follow. Follow us on Twitter,
That's gonna
Instagram,
squirt. Yeah.
TikTok, YouTube, OnlyFans,
gonna fucking
Mixer,
squirt.
all that good
Oh,
stuff.
shit.
I hope y'all have a great day. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and we will see y'all next Monday.